go.
Ready for this?
I'm ready. Born ready. So, day 2. Heading back in where we were at yesterday morning, where we had a run-in with a couple deer. Hoping to be able to capitalize on that and make the meeting arrangement a little bit more in our favor. It was in their favor yesterday. So, hopefully we can close the deal on it today. But
how you feeling about it?
I'm feeling pretty good. I'm feeling good that one of us will
encounter something.
If not the same deer from yesterday, another buck.
Talk about the weather here this morning.
It is amazing.
It's cold.
It's cold.
What's your system here look like?
All right, so I got my Danner boots, 400 gram insulations. I got some corrugate guide pants. I do have a pair of thermals underneath, and then I got the Killin just pullover.
That's on your skin?
That's on my skin.
Yeah.
And then Origin hoodie.
That's it?
And then I got a jacket I'm gonna put on when we get up there.
Dude, they'd be medevacing me out of here in a helicopter if I was wearing that. I'd be frostbitten all over my body.
I don't even have thermals on.
Alright, good morning. Welcome to day 2. And well, day 3 for us. But me and Garrett are back in the same tree that we were in yesterday, where we had that run-in with the buck and then the doe. So we kind of set up, we came in a different way. So we came in on the downhill side, staying off this ridge top, because we thought that they were catching our ground scent coming in, and that's what spooked them. So we tried to avoid staying up in that area as best as possible. I kind of walked out here in front of me a little bit because I overshot the tree, but it's all right. But we came in a different direction. We tried to get in here earlier, but I feel like it's later than yesterday.
Why is that, do you think?
Well, I don't know. Well, so I didn't put my saddle on at the truck because I didn't want to wear my jacket in, because we had
Somebody's cold.
So we have a 1 mile walk in here. And so I didn't want to put a lot of layers on to sweat coming up here, but it's 35 degrees, and so I knew I was going to be cold in the tree. So, but you can't put a jacket on over your saddle and zip it up. You catch a breeze up the tummy.
In your saddle?
In my saddle. So, I don't know. It was a debacle. It took me like 20 minutes just to get dressed at the tree.
And 20 minutes to get up the tree.
And then 20 minutes to get up the tree.
And then 20 minutes to decide where you want this platform. And we're like 6 feet higher in the tree than we were yesterday.
I wouldn't say 6 feet. We're like 3 feet higher.
No, I wouldn't say that much.
But, yeah. No, so. But it looks like it should be a good morning. I can't tell if the scrapes that we were sitting on yesterday, if they got hit through the night. Kind of looks like this one did a little bit, but it's hard to tell. But yeah, stay tuned. Hopefully, I mean, it's 7:20. I mean, we had deer moving all the way till 10 yesterday. So it might even, it's 10 degrees colder than it was yesterday, so it could be even more movement. I hope that doe that came in yesterday comes in is not so jumpy.
Well, hopefully the buck comes in before her.
Yes.
And then we can deal with that and go back to the camper and have hot cocoa.
Ooh, I like cocoa. Ooh, ignite hot cocoa.
Yeah. So what's happening here?
Well, our guests are late to the party. It's almost 9. Yeah, 10 to 9. And nothing yet. So, but I mean, still an awesome morning. Beautiful out. Cold. I think this cold front coming in is gonna have these deer moving all day.
here next few minutes or so. Get close to 11. But they gotta get on the road here this afternoon. They got a long drive back to North Jersey, and he and I will just reset. The wind's doing the same thing it did yesterday, where it's the sun. I mean, there's thermals. I mean, the sun's hitting the hillside here, and it's pushing the thermals up. But as the winds shift, it's pushing it up into where the deer come from, at least where they came from yesterday. So, we're kind of at that point where we guess got to stand anyways. This spot here is like at least where we're in the tree, is not really conducive for midday afternoon hunt. You could get on this other side of this little saddle and probably be okay-ish, but this is just what we've seen the last 2 days now is this is the morning, but it also depends on where the prevailing winds are coming from too. Right now the prevailing winds are coming out of the northwest, kind of the northwest. So we'll go back, regroup, get some lunch. We'll help them get their stuff packed up and chit chat. It's been a great time hanging out with them.
Been amazing.
It's been so amazing hanging out with them, learning stuff from them, and just hanging out. It's just a lot of fun. Like this, it makes these trips a lot of fun. Like being in camp with people.
Mm-hmm.
There's just something about being in camp with good people, hanging out. It's obviously it's fun with you and I all the time. But, having some other people that to experience it with too. Different stories, especially it's like, we don't live anywhere near them. And like, having people from a different place that have different experiences and different ways of doing business, and just it's nice. So it's just been fun.
It's been good. It's been good. We'll do it again for sure.
Oh yeah, we're kind of like already planning.
Yeah,
coming back out here next year. So, but nice thing is Chris and I will be able to get out here a bunch of times, probably between now and then.
Oh yeah.
Spring turkey, summertime with the families or whatever, day trips. Come out here and learn this area a little bit better, and hopefully next year we can have it set up for them. But, so we're gonna start packing up here and head on back to the truck.
It's just him coming. There's a spike in the middle of the trail. I don't think so. That's a spike. Alright guys, so we just had a crazy encounter here. I ended up going down this ridge about 200 yards to find myself a nice tree to squat behind. And ton of deer sign. I actually blew out a deer. Well, I scared a deer, I didn't blow him out. Out of 200 yards down this ridge line here. And so I ended up coming back up, and I'm like, Will, we needed to be down 200 yards this morning. There's a ton of deer sign. I just saw a deer. There's trails that are going up and down this. And as I'm talking out loud to him normal, right where at the base of the tree where we hunted today, which was right here, I'm like looking through straight up the trail where we came in. I'm like, I see movement. And all of a sudden we saw deer, and we're like, oh no, we have nothing ready. It's a scattered mess right now. Looking at the ground, show them everything right here, Will. That's where they're coming from. Didn't have anything together. We have the B-roll lens on the camera right now because we're gonna take some photos on our way out. Of course, so we couldn't zoom in on these deer, but they wanted to come straight down the trail to us, but then I think they had our ground scent coming in or whatever, and they end up dumping off this back side, which is where our wind's been blowing all morning. And they stopped, I don't know, 40 yards from us, and we're smelling, and then the lead 6-point end up spooking out, crossing over the knob within 25 yards of us, and I probably could have stopped him and shot him, but I didn't think he was the big deer. And then I had the second one, which was the spike, this big, come through at 33 yards, and I had a window. He needed an extra step in the window, but I probably could have leaned out and snuck a shot, but we really got to get out of here in the time and everything, so it just probably wasn't the best idea, so opted to let him pass. But nonetheless, awesome experience, super cool. So Will and I are both shaking, just being caught off guard like that with a scattered mass. At first, they were big-bodied deer. At first, I'm like, there's 3 giant bucks coming down this trail, but were they running?
Yeah.
Really?
I mean, but not like a run. Like, so it started blowing real heavy, so I crept up, right, just to look down the bottom, and I caught him. That big deer is dark.
Yeah, one of them, yeah.
Like black.
They were big.
Oh yeah, they're big bodied.
Yeah.
And so I just see him.
How many did you see though?
We only saw 2 for sure.
So maybe we only did see 2 then.
So I see a dark figure, like deer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just go like that, and then like half a second later, one went that way, down the bottom.
Really?
Yeah, and then all of a sudden it like turned and started coming up the hill, and it was like it had its head down,
yeah,
like feeding, but then like trotting, like feeding, trotting, and it like came up, and then it's hard to see from here, but you see where it's sitting, you can kind of see that crest, like lip go over.
Yeah.
It crossed right there, like, but like moving, and like came up, and then one popped up here, coming this way, and he was like 35. That was a small spike, I think.
That's the one.
Because it was a smaller.
He was
body.
only this big.
He was a smaller body.
Yeah.
And then.
How big did you get? You got the 6-point on film?
Yeah, I couldn't see his antlers. I knew it was big. It was a bigger deer, bigger antlers, but I couldn't.
Could you guess with your hands how big his horns were? No.
I mean, he was good. I just couldn't see like how many points it was.
Yeah, so Will, I didn't get an awesome look at him, but Will said that he was
A little basket.
possibly a small 8.
Yeah.
Wishing I had my grunt tube, dude. I was kicking myself pretty hard.
There was one time that bank went.
We didn't close the deal on any deer. If we had one more day, we would have been, I think, in the wheelhouse. What do you think?
Pretty close. It was like, well, 3 days of hunting. You got, 2 days of figuring that out, and then on the third day, you kind of know what you're doing, and it's kind of how it usually works.
I mean, you look at it, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Each of those days, at least one of the groups, if not both of the groups, had deer within bow range.
Yep.
True.
Just shots didn't present themselves, or the deer picked us off at like ungodly distances.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, but we all we saw deer, we had deer close. I mean, and today we got on, this morning we got on bucks.
Yeah.
Yesterday morning we were on a buck, you know, so, yeah. I don't know. We still got
This evening,
this evening
I'm gonna.
and a quick hunt tomorrow morning.
It's gonna have to be real quick, so we can get somebody home.
But if I show up with a deer, I'm excused.
Is that what it is? You get a pass?
I'm pretty sure.
You're pretty sure.
Will, you got any closing thoughts here?
Yeah, I think we had an awesome time, obviously. New area, learning how to hunt a different spot is super cool.
Still, the vehicle never fails when I'm filming.
Never fails.
Every time.
Brand new spot. I think we'll be back here, if not next year, some point, in the next couple of years.
Hopefully next year.
I would definitely love to come back. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
We had a great time.
we gotta have
we had a lot of
redemption.
fun with you guys. And yeah,
Yeah, redemption tour.
I'm down.
Obviously, thank you guys a lot for
Yeah.
the
Oh, yeah.
everything. We brought nothing but a smile and a bow.
That's all you had to bring.
guys
We brought
pretty much
tacos.
everything else.
Hey, yeah, tacos.
we forgot half the ingredients, but we brought the tacos. At least we brought the meat. We have the meat.
Yeah.
We liked your meat. It was good.
Okay.
All right.
Now it's getting weird.
Will and Tyler on the road.
And then there was 2.
How do you feel about this? Are you sad that your new buddy's leaving?
Yes, but I'm happy because we still get to hunt. We're not going home.
Well, yeah. At least we're not going home.
Yeah.
But that was a lot of fun.
No, that was a great time. And definitely should go over there and click down here somewhere, down the description probably, and give them a follow for sure. They got awesome content
Yeah.
and
Good dudes.
good people all around, good dudes, and but they hammer the waterfowl too. So if you're into waterfowl hunting and stuff, they put it down. And then they do a bunch of trapping too.
Which is cool.
Yeah,
I want to learn some of that.
I want to learn some of that too.
Yeah, that was a ton of fun. Check them out. And then I think we have a plan right now. We got some camp chores we gotta do.
Yeah, we gotta clean up around here because we do leave tomorrow.
Yeah. Tomorrow we have to go.
And if we want to try to maximize how much we can hunt tomorrow, we have to clean up now.
True. Well, it's about as one would expect. I'm in the camper, getting all cleaned up in here because we're going to head out here in a little bit for our evening hunt. And tomorrow we've got a couple hours in the morning to really kind of sneak in a morning hunt before we have to roll out. So we're in here cleaning up, right? Get the camper clean, get everything put away. All you got to do is hook up and roll out in the morning. But then there's this guy. Just racked out, sleeping like a little baby. It's alright. I'll get all the work done, Chris. You rest up. you got a lot of work dragging my deer out tonight. Well, time for the last evening sit. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I feel good. I took a nap.
You did take a nap.
So I feel good. And all you need is those deer to do what they did last night. Just take 5 more steps.
If not even.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they can do what they did last night, we could have a pretty good opportunity here tonight. But anyway, Will and Tyler took off. And we did some camp chores and some napping. And yeah, kind of hung out a little bit around camp. And now we're gonna head into this same spot that Tyler and I were in last night, and hopefully get us a deer. So there you have it. We're going in. Well, welcome. Here we are, back in the woods for another hunt. So, like we said, we're back in here where Tyler and I were last night. We saw those does. But the wind's it's more than a little goofy. I don't know what's going on with the wind. But based on how those deer moved yesterday, we decided to set up on the other side. So yesterday, if you watched the video, you'll know Tyler and I were set up about 30 yards, basically right in front of where I'm facing. We're up against that, we're actually just up on the slope of this hillside. It goes up to the ridge where Will and Chris were. And the opening to this draw is right over here to my left. And about 10 yards in front of me is where I had that doe last night that gave me the slip. But we had 3 does that ran across and went up the hill down over here to my right, which I have a shot angle to that direction. And then right here on this side of the tree, I've got a bunch of shot angles. I'm actually way over on the right side of my platform right now. I can shoot straight down, and I can shoot, don't really have anything back here, but I have a straight down shot, and I have a shot to my direct left, and then I also have tons of shots here in front of the tree. So, and we picked this tree because it's got a whole bunch of branches going up, and we've talked about in other videos that we really think that these deer are just picking us off. They're not winding us. They're just catching movement, or seeing a tumor on the side of a tree. So we basically just came up the side of the tree with all these branches, just taking our alignment rope and putting it around as we came up. We did have to clear a couple branches. We're trying not to clear any branches, but I've got overhead cover. I've got cover from the bottom down here. I do have some cover behind me. I wish I had a better backstop.
So I'm hoping the hillside's kind of like blocking us, blending us in. Also by getting up on the slope where I can extra 3 feet without even having to climb.
Yeah.
So I'm hoping that helps too. Where are the deer you promised me?
All right. It's almost 6 o'clock, and we didn't see anything in here until well after 6. So
Yeah, I think the moon, with it being full moon, I think they're coming out later.
yeah,
Like right at dark.
right. that's what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
In this spot, so which is why we came in here later today. One, we already knew the area, and two, just the fact they came in here so late. But we'll see, we've thought we've heard some stuff moving, but who knows? There's acorns are still raining out of the trees. We got a squirrel behind us making a racket. We had some crows making a bunch of racket. So we'll see. But hopefully here in the next 30 to 45 minutes we get some activity, because after that it's going to get a little tough. So there you have it, folks. Well, here we are, folks. There's not a deer in the truck. So we didn't hear any. Nope. Got some trash bags, some laundry baskets, and some packs. But didn't see anything. May have heard some stuff. But it was, I don't know, just it's how it goes. And the moon's not helping us at all. And then, you know, who knows what they're doing today that they decide not to come in there. Maybe the pressure from yesterday was enough to, you know, bump them out of there for the night. And so who knows? Or they just cruised through there earlier today, or they're going to be cruising through there in about 5 minutes. But this is how it goes. So we're going to head back to camp, get some dinner, you know, and regroup, and then I guess tomorrow I'll take Chris on out so he can get himself a buck, hopefully, and then we'll head back home. So that's about it.
Or doe. Nothing is safe.
Nothing is safe.
Except for a spike, maybe.
Yeah, maybe a spike. But yeah, it'd be nice to take deer home. So we'll get a quick hunt in tomorrow morning, probably looking at like about 3 hours in the stand.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll have to call it and head on back to camp and pack up the trailer, hook up, and drive away. But that's it for today. Go get some dinner. Well, it is dinner time in deer camp here in Virginia. And we've got some French toast. I'm going to scramble up some eggs. Look at that. I mean, come on. You can't beat that. Chris has got a fire going out there. You can see the fire going out there. Whew. It's going to be a good night. Yeah. So, have some dinner. Hang out by the fire. Rack out. What you got going on there, buddy?
Oh. Breakfast for dinner. On the fire.
Can't beat that.
Nope.
This is what you call doing it right in deer camp.